In this video, we'll review how to use consoles with more detail. The idea of consoles is that we can attach them to a panel and we will be able to access any object that was defined in that session. We can view them, we can modify them, we can do whatever we want in a line-by-line basis. So we enter a command, we press enter, and then we do that again and we change whatever we want. So let's, for example, add a panel here. I will add a list. So the list A will have some elements. This is in Python, by the way. I will add a number. I press run and this runs. So let's now attach a console. We can see what's inside the list. We can see what's inside that number 1. We can add number 1 plus 2. We can change a specific element of that list. And we can display the modified list. Let's now add 2 new panels. I will connect them to my initial panel. Here I will define a new list that will contain 2 elements. And for the third panel, we defined another list. Let's call it list C, and it has those elements. So I can run everything. It finished. So let's now attach a console to this new panel that I created and see what's available. We can obviously access list B, which is the one that I created, but I can obviously access the previous variables that were defined previously. So list A and number 1. And I can do whatever change I want to these objects or variables that I have here. Again, this runs line by line. So I press an instruction and then I press enter and it gets executed. Now, interestingly, I won't be able to access list C in here because obviously it was defined on another panel that wasn't involved in the execution there. Now, if we go to the other panel and we see what's inside, let's use, for example, list C, it will obviously be available there because it was defined there. We can obviously use list A and we can obviously use number 1. Both were defined in the previous panel. But list B won't be available for the same reasons I explained before. Now, what happens if I run just that panel? So if I run just that panel, I want to access list A, it won't be available. List B will obviously won't be available. Number 1 won't be available. The only available thing is whatever was defined in that panel. Bear in mind that this works both for R and for Python.